Spaceman back with another episode of Dungeon Boss. I'm going to show you how to complete a couple missions really quick, especially when it comes to guild parties. The thing that's been going on recently in Dungeon Boss is they've incorporated a couple new features, one of them being the guilds, and another being the Tower of Ownage, or Ponage, or however you want to say it. And then there's some other modifications that have been going on, but these are primarily the two new latest releases or bug fixes or patches or whatever that you want to call that they've come out with to enhance the game for Dungeon Boss. You know, it's a good idea not to let it go stale like a cookie that's been sitting out on the counter for a couple weeks and might got slobbered on by the dog. Anyways, here we are. We're looking at a couple of the quests that are set up, and the crowns are what feeds your guild. So think of a metal monster that likes eating crowns. And if you think about that metal monster, he gets fatter and fatter the more crowns that you feed him. So the metal monster is like our guild, and the more crowns we feed our guild, the fatter it gets. And the fatter something gets, like a calf, the more meat at the end. So what happens when you fatten up our guild? You get tons of rewards at the end. See how that makes sense? Anyways, the Spaceman's going to show you how to get a couple crowns really quick. I don't know how fast the assassin crowns are going to go, so I might breeze through that. Just show you guys the profits of the battle. But we can do these two PvP raids really quick because the Spaceman has become a Space Master at the PvP raids. So what I like to do, this is my little PvP secret for anybody that hasn't really developed your own secret. You can borrow the Spaceman's. I like to go in here and I like to see what characters they have that are interrupt characters. So, for instance, this guy right here, Bovis El Doro, sounds like the road to El Dorado. Anyways, I wonder if that's where they got it from. Maybe. He has an interrupt, which is his first casting ability, which knocks all your characters down by 1 energy, which will really cramp your day if you're trying to win a PvP battle. Sumi, he really doesn't have any interrupt, and if you find one, don't sue me. And Julius, he is not the sweetest monkey that I know, because he throws his barrel and it causes random effects on your characters, and that could be an interrupt because sometimes it's dizzy, which is an interrupt. Sometimes it's frozen, which is an interrupt, and I think that's all the interrupt. If you guys remember another one, leave it down on the comment section below. And then, of course, Igorok, or the House of Rock, as I like to call him because he's a brick house. He has an interrupt which freezes all your guys. So, strategically speaking, if I don't have anybody that are the fast rogue types that can go in and attack these guys before I play my PvP battle, these guys will interrupt my attacks and end up defeating me, which would leave me lower down the PvP board, which is not what I want. I hope that makes sense to y'all. Let's try this one over here. This one is much higher. You always want to look at the level. These guys are 59, I'm 57, so that kind of puts me at a disadvantage from the beginning. But he's got Igorok, and he's got 2 rogues. He's got Willow Swift and Black Diamond. So chances are the amount of damage he's going to do is going to take out a couple of my rogue characters before I even get a chance to attack. So that's not a good attack for me. Now this last one over here, he's got 1 interrupt character, which is Yokozuna. And then he's got a slow healer. And then he's got a caster. And he's got an elf rogue. But anyways, the only really guy that I got to worry about is Yokozuna, because he's an interrupt character. And if I can get in there and if I can defeat Yokozuna before he gets that attack out, then chances are I would win this battle. So what you got to look at is the rewards that you see at the bottom. I mean, the scrolls are okay, the coins are okay, but what I'm really paying attention to is the amount of trophies. Because trophies are the things that will lead you up the leaderboard, and you want as many trophies as possible, especially if you want to rank in the top 10 and get some goodies. because Spaceman loves his goodies. And in order to get them goodies, like character tokens and additional scrolls and things of that nature, you have to fight PvP battles which have a good ratio of cups. And sometimes you might not always win the best ratio ones, but they're worth the try. So I don't see any battles or matchups right there that make sense for the Spaceman to fight. So I'm going to refresh this page. It's only costing 5,700 gold at this point. And I'm going to start at the top. This guy's level 57. His name's Surf Ninja. I actually like that name. It's pretty cool. I wish I came up with it myself, but I didn't. I came up with the Spaceman. Y'all are probably thinking the Spaceman's a pretty lame name. Surf Ninja's pretty cool. Why don't y'all call yourself the Surf Ninja? If I call myself the Surf Ninja, I'll probably get sued by this guy, so I'm going to stick with the Spaceman. I hope y'all don't mind. So let's look at this guy, Purely Corrupt. He's got a rogue, and he's got another fast character over there, the Black Diamond. He's got that Untoo Sweet Julius, and he's got Sumi. So this looks like a perfect matchup because I can get 21 trophies, and I really don't have any interrupt characters that I'm going to fight. So I'm going to go ahead and initiate this fight. I got Bovis, which is my interrupt character. I got Sumi, which is a strength character. And I got 2 fast characters, which are going to be my first 2 to attack. So I'm going to initiate this battle. And my focus is going to be on taking out any character that I know I can wipe out completely. Because the more attacks that you can eliminate your opponent from making, the more health your characters are going to have. And then hopefully you get to that second round that will knock out all of your opponents. So this is Black Diamond. She is a fast rogue type character, whatever, warrior. And her attack's usually first. Now it's my attack. So Julius, being the closest to an interrupt character that he's got, I'm going to want to wipe out Julius first. So I'm going to lay down that attack with my Fire Bat. I like to call him Fire Bat. Sometimes I forget his name. And then Willow Swift, I'm going to attack, and hopefully this will eliminate Julius from the battle. So I did. So now what happens is he doesn't have any interrupt characters to play. And that allows me to unleash my interrupt characters. And I'm going to use Bovis to knock down all his characters by 1 energy. Bovis is a strong attacker, and sometimes, like you saw right there, he just took out their character completely, which is an added bonus. But I'm going to go in here, and Sumi should be able to take out the last 2 remaining characters, and that guy dodged me, that little butthead. But couple attacks later, and they're all wiped out. So I'm left with 3 guys. They're left with 0. I get to collect the treasure chest, and there y'all go. Anyways, that is my PvP wrap-up for y'all. I hope you found it informative, and I hope that y'all don't all take it to heart, because then it's going to make my challenge in the PvP mode a lot more difficult. But hey, I hope you do take my advice and that you claim victory for yourself in your own PvP battles, and you get on my channel and you comment below and be like, hey Spaceman, I took your advice and I found it so valuable. I'm so excited. I'm gonna watch all y'all videos and subscribe like crazy and tell all my friends about you, because that would be awesome. Anyways, I look forward to seeing you on my next YouTube video. Tune in, check it out. Keep updated with the Spaceman. Y'all have a great, fantastic night. Follow me on Twitter at the Spaceman Live.